The students were asked to indicate if they were aware of what is happening at Argyle, and indications were that some did not. So, to begin, we first looked at why an international airport is being built.
The Argyle International Airport is being built primarily because the E.T. Joshua Airport no longer serves our purpose. In other words, the kind of air travel we are now doing, the kind of businesses we're involved in, the accommodations at E.T. Joshua just aren't suitable. They're not practical. The one airline that comes in, Liat, that brings in like 48 passengers maximum, is inadequate. And for our country to grow and really develop, we need adequate airport facilities, we need increased airlift, and you need better access to and from St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If you're a traveler, you know the problems you have getting in and out of St. Vincent, especially if you're going on long-haul journeys. Those of you who have parents who might be farmers or into businesses of any sort, you know they can't ship too much overseas because we just don't have the facilities.
During the progress report, students heard that the Argyle International Airport will be a state-of-the-art, modern-day airport.
Now, everything that you expect to see in an international airport, how many of you have traveled beyond, well, at least to Barbados? How many of you have traveled at least to Barbados, Trinidad, St. Lucia region, maybe with the exception of Dominica? You know what an international airport looks like. So, our airport is going to be a modern international airport. All of the facilities that you expect to see in the airport will be there. All the concession stands for duty-free shopping, the meeting places for people coming in for short visits, the hangars, the places where executive jets can park overnight, maybe 4 weeks. All the space. We're going to have a parking lot which can accommodate 264 vehicles at one time. So that's going to be quite a size. Our terminal building is going to be just over 120,000 square feet, and it will be able to accommodate 800 passengers at the busiest hour that we operate. We are catering for approximately 1.5 million passengers per year passing through the airport. So the space will be adequate to accommodate that. If the traffic really builds up in St. Vincent and we are getting a lot of visitors, that terminal building would become small. It would become very small. So within 10, 15, 20 years down the road, when we are expecting it would pick up, we may have to expand the terminal building. And we have plans in place to do that. Those of you who are following the airport may have heard of the master plan where we needed additional lands. Well, the master plan basically is being put in place so that the persons, maybe yourselves, who will be running the airport, will know what to do if it gets so big that we need to expand. You don't have to go back to the drawing board to draw plans. They'll be right there. The land will be there, and all you have to do is build. In addition to the passenger terminal building, we're going to have a cargo terminal at Argyle, so that persons who are interested in shipping, export and import goods, that terminal will be for your use. We can hold 2 jets on that, in front of that terminal, that can take your goods out. Jets that the size of a Amerijet, etc. So Amerijet will now be able to come with its full load rather than just under half. And will be able to take off with its full load rather than what it's doing right now. Air freight will become cheaper because we can then take advantage of the cargo space within the airplanes.
Following that, they were shown a video of how the terminal building would look. Having seen the video, attention was then turned to the benefits that the airport can bring to them.
When you think of the international airport at Argyle, you first should see the opportunities that abound. When I think of Argyle, I'm thinking jobs, and more jobs, right? When you think of Argyle, you should be thinking jobs too, but something else, okay? Now, the first thing that a lot of people tell me when they come to Argyle is that we're going to be flying straight. So one of the first benefits that people see is improved air access. right? It's going to take away some of the hassles that you now experience going from island to island. But you ask yourself, is that all that the airport is going to do? And if that is all, then we might as well go bother. But that is not all. There are more. The Argyle International Airport will open the way to more business and career opportunities. And St. Vincent will see an expanded and more vibrant tourism sector with increased arrivals and hotel accommodation. Increased tourism would mean increased food consumption, so farmers will need to supply more, and in so doing will make more money. Now let's go up here. It will open up the opportunities for more career opportunities. You're in fourth form, and you ought to be thinking now as to what it is you want to do in the future. What kind of career am I dreaming of? What do I want to do? Am I taking the right subjects now that will help to shape that career path that I'm leading towards? And with an airport coming on stream, where you're going to need a lot of different people working at this airport, and not just there, but because of the other developments that will take place in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, how do I fit in? What can I do? How do I get the training that I need? Where do I go from here? Do I go to technical college? Do I go to community college? Do I go to college overseas, Cape Hill, whatever? What do I do so I can prepare myself to take advantage of this thing? In addition to increased business in the services sector, and that is basically tourism. Just imagine, folks, how tourism is going to expand in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. When we have a bigger, much better airport with better access, with big planes coming in that could bring at least 400 passengers per load, we start to see the numbers multiplying. We start to see that the number of hotel rooms we have in this country will not be able to accommodate the number of persons that will come to St. Vincent. So we are now thinking that we have to build more hotels because a lot more people are going to come. We have to build restaurants. We may have to build bed and breakfasts. When we build all of these things, who will be working in these areas? We are looking at the future labor force here. Who would be working in these areas? What would I want to do in a hotel? Do I want to just clean rooms and make up beds? Or do I want to manage the hotel? Or do I want to manage the recreation area? Or do something in managerial position? Do I want to be the IT person who manages all the computer stuff in the hotel? You understand? So we have to start thinking big. Education revolution, that's why that is happening. So you can start dreaming big and working towards bigger things. So rather than thinking we're going to be bartenders, and that is not bad. Some bartenders make a lot of money depending on where they're working, so you can get trained, right? But whatever it is that you think you want to do, or whatever it is that you choose to do, you now have to think about gearing yourself in terms of your studies to suit what it is you want to do later on. So you don't waste a whole 2 years studying psychology when really and truly you want to be an electrician. It won't make any sense, right? So you gear yourself towards that and you start preparing. And fourth form is a good start.
They also heard that many career opportunities will open up at the airport itself.
What kind of workers would we be needing at the airport? You need to find that out. Do some research. Look at the countries that have international airports and see who are the people that are working in different areas. What sort of career opportunities are there? I have listed just a few here that they would need. And if you are thinking about any of these, you need to get yourself trained so that you're ready to take up the jobs with the persons who will be doing them can't do them anymore. So here's some areas that they would need at the airport itself. You'll have civil aviation engineers, meteorologists, somebody that's in the Met Office, computer technicians, receptionists, secretaries, managers, security guards, immigration officers, customs officers, air traffic controllers. You name them, you'll be needing them out there. And at Argyle alone, you'll be needing close to 800 persons to work out there alone so that thing really works. Okay? Inside the airport, there will be concession stands, so people are going to have stores, they're going to need store managers, they're going to need salespeople, right? Because duty-free shopping comes into play. And like I mentioned before, with all this happening, the tourism sector is going to be big, so we're going to need people in that field as well. We already see people starting to take advantage of the fact that the airport is coming here. Bukama Resort, that is being constructed. It's not quite completed, but that is being constructed because an airport is coming at Argyle. If that airport was to stop, Bukama Resort would be ruined. And the other developments that they have earmarked for like Moncton and Peters Hope will not come on stream because not everybody is as brave as the people who invest in that Bukama.
Following the presentation, the floor is opened for questions from the students.
Well, I didn't see anything, I didn't hear anything about a food court being in the international airport. Would there be a food court?
Okay, I didn't itemize because I said that all of the facilities that you expect in the international airport will be there. I do not know if there will be 2 restaurants in the airport. I am not sure if one of them will be turned into a food court, but there will be food available in the airport. There might very well, let me tell you something, there are opportunities for businesses. So somebody could apply for space to run a food court. You see, the kind of businesses that would be in the airport would be dependent on what the business people in St. Vincent want to do. Because that is all open for private sector investment. The airport company will not be doing any of that. Only the space for the 2 restaurants, but apart from that, private sector investment will determine what kind of businesses take place inside the airport.
How will the construction of the international airport affect the environment and the pollution and them things?
Okay. Basically, the physical environment, like I explained, is being changed already, which they can't see. The difference in the physical environment. Argyle will no longer look like the rural area that it used to look like. It is going to look more urbanized. In terms of soil erosion, the area for the airport that we are utilizing, any soil that is being washed away is from around the airport area. You'll have some sedimentation because you're doing construction work, so the water that's coming off the hills would actually be dirty running down to the sea. So the sea water right in front there, when rain comes, you won't be able to go there and bathe, but you can't bathe there anyway because we are brown because the dirt is settling up there. And you have persons who are being affected because of the diversions of the road from time to time. We have to make roads that maybe not the smoothest that you have to walk on to go there. You have houses around that have been affected by dust, which we try to mitigate because what we do is during the dry season, when we had a lot of dust, we assisted persons in power washing their houses. We actually paid some people to pay others to come in and they clean their houses for them.
For more information on the Argyle International Airport, log on to www.svgiadc.com or come visit us on the site. Call 458-0333 to make the arrangements.